one initiative that's out there, and this is what we were talking about a little bit here as far as standardization, is called Web-Based Enterprise Management, or WBEM. And this is one standard that's out there that's going to be an open standard. The idea being that, first of all, instead of having to buy a piece of software that is a program that I run on the management console to be able to go out and retrieve and monitor all these systems, I can just use a web browser. So from the developer standpoint, I can now just simply write my code for the web browser, as opposed to having to write it for all the different management consoles that are out there. WBEM, as I say, is going to be an open standard. It's designed for distributed application management, again, so applications that are spread out amongst various components, amongst various locations. It integrates various protocols, SNMP. This is right now the standard. It's actually, let's put that on the board for you because we're going to use that a lot today. The Simple Network Management Protocol. So that is the protocol that actually encapsulates the data from the agent and carries it across the network and hands it off to the management system at wherever that management system happens to be located. So traditionally, this has been, and this, as you'll see too, as we talk about a little bit later on, was originally exclusively only used on TCP/IP networks. This is an actual API that operates at the application layer if we're running the TCP/IP protocol suite. And again, its job is just simply to grab the information from the agents, carry it across the network, get it to a management console. But because this specification is going to be web-based, it also supports HTTP. So it supports the existing systems that are running SNMP, but now also provides the utilization of HTTP at the application layer as the encapsulation protocol that transports it across the network. And then also, in the desktop environment, they have a system called DMI, Desktop Management Interface. And so the idea here is that it's somewhat standardized. It's usually using protocols that are already in existence, not coming, reinventing the wheel. And so it makes it a lot more flexible, easier to work with the existing management systems, and giving us capabilities to do even more, utilizing the internet as the backbone and web browsers as the front-end components. And the only other thing you want to know about WBEM at this point is it's developed by the IETF. I think we've talked about them a couple of times. The IETF is the Internet Engineering Task Force. This is just one branch of the Internet Society, which is really the parent organization that oversees all the technology and processes and protocols within the internet. So they're a pretty big deal when it comes to developing internet-based standards and technologies. Here's a graphical overview then of distributed application management as far as the architecture is concerned. So here is the applications that they're referring to, and they could be any applications. These all are just pretty basic, commercially available database applications. So Lotus Notes, Oracle Financials, assorted databases, all running on a server. We need to then take, and then over here they have custom. So these are commercially available packages, and these would be custom or internally developed applications. So both cases, those components, those pieces of software, those applications are running on that server. These applications are running on this server. In the center here then is our actual management console. So we've got to deliver the information that we're gathering from here, the statistical information that we're gathering from there and gathering from over there, deliver it to this console. And so they're just showing you that using SNMP and agents, we're grabbing those AMS objects that we talked about, and we're pulling them over, delivering them to the console here. In this case, they're actually using a specialized component. Agent is kind of a generic component, but there's also what they call the event management tools. These are things that are specifically written to monitor particular applications, and the company BMC has a product called Patrol that's used for that particular purpose. It's kind of an API itself. You can use Patrol to very quickly write specific needs, write some code that addresses specific needs to be able to extract information from processes that are occurring on your servers within your applications on those servers. Now the management consoles themselves, these are some of the popular ones that are out there. Computer Associates has what they call TNG Unicenter. They also have a product called Agent Factory, and Tivoli is actually merged with IBM in the management arena, and they have their own management products as well. In fact, the name's not listed there. It just says Tivoli Management Environment. At the end of this chapter, I list for you some of the products that are out there, and I can't remember off the top what the IBM Tivoli software is, but we'll look at that when we get to the end. But again, just kind of showing you the distributed aspects of it, that we have applications running out there on the network. All of those applications have some sort of an AMS object that we're going to retrieve. We want to retrieve it from here and provide that information over here, and it's done using either agents or event management tools. And with the agents specifically, we're running over SNMP. I think that the event management tools actually run over like remote procedure calls or some sort of other application layer encapsulation protocol. Does that make sense? Do you kind of see how the components are coming together there? Right? Servers run applications. We need to analyze what's going on with regards to either the server or the application and provide that information back to the management console. The actual components that are what we're analyzing are these objects called AMS objects, and this is specific to the distributed application and database arena. They change every time that we go to a different management system. And in this case, again, it's SNMP that's using, in most cases, used to be the encapsulation protocol that's actually moving the data back and forth across the network.